Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we will do the planning for the season 131 of the Tournament of Power. We will go over the route, team building, tier boost and so on. You have timestamp in the video bar, you can jump to any section at any time. And on Sunday we will have the gameplay with the positioning and targeting for all the fights you can see on screen in the yellow line. This season, you're gonna have only two alternative fights you can do for the max point, which is on number 10 and number 12. I think the right hand side for number 10 is better because we're gonna put some purples in the top row and I'm planning to take two purple, while the fight on the left, you're gonna need some red in the top row and you're gonna need only one red this season, so it's not as good for our team in general. And the last fight is gonna be number 12 with three options. I think the one on the far left is the easiest in general because the one in the middle has a revival unit and one on the right has some tag units and it's pretty difficult to target with them. Overall, you're gonna need a lot of fights where you have yellows in the top row and purples in the top row. Also, you're gonna need some with greens, but blues and red is not gonna be too many, only one in general, which is number one. And you're gonna need either a red or a blue in the top row, so that color is not that strong this season, and I would advise to take one of each, while the other you're gonna need two of each, so two purple, two yellow, two green, one red and one blue. Here is the tier list. You have so many options this season for tier 2, so please focus only tier 2 and tier 1 characters. Avoid any tier 3 and tier 4. It's just not necessary. You have too many options in tier 2. Everyone is gonna do that. And tier 1 is basically the new summonable character. The Trunks is free, basically. You can get him to 4-star. I made a guide on it, so go get him if you didn't yet. There is the video on screen. We're gonna use the Trunks in every single fight. If you have Vegeta and Rose, it's gonna be the same. You're not gonna sub them off. Now we show you how to protect them in all the fights, obviously, during the gameplay video. For tier 2, you have infinite amount of option, but if you are missing some of the tier 2 character, you can sub them out for some event exclusive that are farmable. You can get them to 14-star, but the event is gonna expire tomorrow, so you need to be very quick if you are watching this video on the day it's released. And if you are missing some character during the team building in a couple of minutes, you can use this tier list on the right for some substitution because they're easily gettable to 14-star from the Huza event. Or if you have some extra ticket you haven't used, you can do that. But just be smart, just farm the characters you are missing in terms of color. So if you do not have a strong blue, maybe you're gonna farm the second form set. But if you already have like two strong yellows, you don't need to farm another yellow in your team, and you can decide later on during the team building in this video. Moving on, let me show you quickly the fights that we will encounter. Here is fight 1 to 6. Fight number 1, you're gonna need some blues or reds in the top row depending on your stars and so on. Fight number 2, it's gonna be purples. Number 3 is gonna be greens. Similarly, number 6 is gonna be greens. Fight number 4 is gonna be yellows with the two purples going at the end. Fight number 5 is gonna be purples or yellows. Fight number 6 is greens, like I said before. Fight number 7 is gonna be purples. Fight number 8 is gonna be the last one with greens in the top row. Fight number 9, 11 and 12 are gonna be yellows. So 3 out of 4 of the last fights, we're gonna need some yellows in the top row, and they're gonna be the fights that give you the most point. And fight number 10 is gonna be some purples in the top row. I already went over the summary, but here it is. 4 to 5 fights you need purples and yellows. Fight 3 fights you need some greens, and only 1 fight you need either blues or red, which is number 1. Now let's go to my team building and I will show you what replacement you can do. It's gonna be pretty simple this season. You're gonna do color for color replacement, and you're gonna use only tier 2 or above characters. If you have the new Rose, the blue legendary rarity Rose, you're gonna substitute this cell for him. If you have the new Vegeta, you're just gonna remove this red character and put Vegeta in your team. Now, any other replacement, you're just gonna use any high star Zenkais you have in your team for the color I'm using here. You're gonna need 2 yellow, 2 purple, 2 greens, 1 blue, and 1 red. And this Trunks must be in your team. He's farmable and free to get up to 4 star. So please farm him before you start your run. It's very easy to get the same color characters as me. I'm not even using the best characters in this season. I'm just using some characters that are not art boosted for me, and I wanted to avoid any art boost because it's gonna be pretty difficult to replicate if you do that. For example, this yellow cell, sorry, is much better than the two other cell, but I'm not using him because he's art boosted. You can also use this purple cell, but since he's art boosted, I opted for Vegeta. Just use any Zenkai purple that is PO Vegeta clan or future Vegeta clan, sorry, or PO future, and it should work. Same here for this cell. I'm not using him because he's art boosted, but of course he's gonna be better when art boosted. It's just people cannot use the same as me, so I just take characters that are not art boosted. Obviously, you take characters that are art boosted, it's much better. They will do more damage and they will do much better. I just want to take the baseline in general for my team. So I took the Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. Same here if you want to take the new Ultra Zamasu and he's high star, you can take him instead of one of the purples. Obviously not this guy. You cannot take at the purple Trunks, and every character need to be above 7 star. Prioritize the Zenkais. If not, you can go with art boosted character, and do not use any character below 7 star. Realistically, the only character that will be below 7 star is the Trunks, because the Vegeta and Rose, you can get them to 7 star from the event. There is a lot of Z power that are given for free, so in your team only Trunks should be below 7 star. But if you have the other two below because you couldn't farm them to 7, you should be fine too. And any character that is from tier 2 or higher need to be above 7 star. Prioritize Zenkais and art boost, like I said before. You can filter very easily in game with here. You can put powerful opponent future. Make sure you click this, include all tags, and you can check every characters you have from them. Or you can do future plus Vegeta clan. It's up to you, and double check what you have in your squad. You can also see the stats by just clicking here, and you can see the power level of the character if you want, and you can use the ones that have the higher power level, I would say. Other than that, just go with start and you should be alright. For the free to play characters, again, if you don't know what to farm, here is on screen the list on the right hand side. I would advise you to have 2 yellow in your team, so if you do not have 2 yellows, you can farm one of them. I would advise you to have 2 purple, one of them is going to be the Xenoverse Trunks. If you do not have a second purple, you can farm the purple Trunks on screen. You need only 1 red in your team, you need only 1 blue, so the best blue free to play is going to be the second form cell, and you need 2 greens in your team. So if you don't have a second green, you can farm the fused Damaso. The event is going to expire at reset tomorrow if you are watching the video the day I release it. That's basically it for the team building. Here's the equipment requirement. I use the C equip on everyone, a Clash equip on everyone, and a third gold equip. The Xenoverse Trunks, if he's below 7 star, he cannot use the Clash equip, so just use any silver equip. I'm gonna use the purple silver on him as a third. That's all for today's video. If you have any question, let me know in the comment. The gameplay is gonna come on Sunday, hopefully. Have a good one, and goodbye.